But it still sent Arthur reeling into the tall grass. His brother would make a fearsome knight. And you? Kay laughed, pulling Arthur back onto the path. What will you be doing? A noble knight needs a loyal squire, you know. Arthur shook his head. Whether he believed it would happen or not, Kay was born to be a knight. He had all the right qualities. He was brave and strong and true. Arthur was a farmer, he declared. While you are sitting beside the king, I will be growing crops and tending animals, not wondering if I will survive the day. Kay grinned. Father will be pleased to hear that. At last, one of his sons will carry on his good name. He glanced at Arthur. You are not cut out for battle anyway. Arthur ignored the sting. He knew his brother was right, but it didn't make the words hurt any less. He and Kay couldn't have been more different. Kay was bigger and more muscular. He enjoyed learning to fight and to find the weakness in a suit of armor. Arthur was skinny and took no pleasure in it either. But despite their differences and Kay's constant teasing, Arthur knew that they would always be there for each other, no matter what. As they rounded to final bend before their family farm, they stopped up ahead, and an old man holding a wooden staff stood by a rickety cart. His horse nervously pawed at the ground, while his 3 men raided the goods he carried. Instantly, Kay's hand flew to the sword at his side, but Arthur grabbed his arm before he could pull the weapon free. Kay glared. What are you doing? He demanded angrily, trying to shake himself free. Arthur only tightened his grip, stopping you before you do something stupid. Finally, pulling himself free, Kay moved away from Arthur, sword sliding from scabbard. What would you rather we do, Arthur? Hide with whilst they steal from an old man? Guilt flooded Arthur. How could he even think about running away when a poor old man was being robbed right in front of them? Swallowing hard instant, Arthur looked okay. What should we do? He whispered urgently. Thankfully, the robbers were far too preoccupied with the old man to notice 2 boys on the road ahead. First of all, you need a weapon. Kay handed his sword to Arthur before pulling a dagger free from his belt. Looking down at the naked blade in his hand, and then back to Kay, Arthur said, But this is yours. Father gave it to you. Just follow me and remember what Father and I have taught you. Arthur nodded, but his mind had gone blank. What had they taught him? Kay grinned. And if all else fails, just keep swinging until you hit something. Just make sure you don't hit me. With that, Kay raced towards the cart, his dagger held high, screaming a war cry that could strike fear into the heart of even the bravest knight. Surprised, the men, boys, it turned out, stopped looting. They turned to see Kay charging towards them, leaping from the cart. The smaller 2 disappeared into the trees, whilst the biggest jumped down and drew a sword. Arthur's blood ran cold as he watched his brother closing in with only a dagger. Without thinking, Arthur raised Kay's sword and charged. Rachel in his cry. There was fear in the boy's eyes, but it was quickly replaced with determination. He faced his attacker, blade now raised to mid-case. It was too late. Arthur would never make it in time. Suddenly, moving faster than Arthur would have thought possible, the old man stepped forwards. Reaching out, he tripped the boy with his staff. The boy fell face first in the dirt, rolled, and came up spluttering, desperately clawing at the ground for his blood. Kay was already kicking it out of his reach. Think it's brave to pick on an old man, do you? He demanded, as Arthur skidded to a stop beside him. I'm sorry, the boy cried, his eyes wide. I was just... Kay turned away, fixing his attention on the old man, who was now leaning on the cart. Are you well, sir? The old man nodded. Thanks to you two brave souls, he wheezed, glancing between them. Arthur blushed, embarrassed by his share in the prize. He had done nothing to deserve it. Kay looked back down at the boy on the ground. Get out of here, he spat, knocking him with his foot. Nothing. The boy scrambled to his feet, eager to put as much distance between himself and Kay as possible. He forgot his sword. Arthur pointed out. Kay's eyes lit up. My sword now, he announced, retrieving the weapon from the ground and gazing at it lovingly. At the same time, Arthur bent down and fetched the old man's fallen staff. Here you are, he offered. The man took it. Thank you, dear boy. I'm Arthur, and this is my brother Kay. I'm Emrys, the old man replied, drawing his threadbare cloak around him, and he circled his cart. You shouldn't travel alone, Emrys, Arthur said, realizing that the old man intended to continue his journey. It's not safe. Emrys' eyes twinkled. Then I shall hope to meet other brave souls, like yourself, to help me. Arthur frowned. He couldn't let the old man go when he had just been attacked. Our farm is only a little way from here. You could spend the night with us and rest before continuing on your way tomorrow. Arthur, Kay warned quietly, we barely have enough food to feed ourselves. Our father won't mind, Arthur insisted. Ignoring him, he gestured to the old man's horse. It looks like your mare could do with a rest. Emrys sighed. I'm sure she could. He petted the animal and smiled sadly at Arthur. As could I. You do your father proud, but by taking pity on an old man. And don't worry about the food, he added Kay. I have food that I would gladly share with you and your family. Then it's decided, Arthur declared. You are coming home with us. The man's smile widened. Lead the way. Chapter 2. A tournament, Kay repeated, still awestruck by the idea. Emrys smiled, sipping wine from his cup. The largest tournament you would imagine. Kay shook his head in wonder. He could imagine a very large tournament indeed, and in 2 days' time, Emrys continued, men and boys from around the country will be competing to win it. What happens if they do? Arthur asked around a hunk of cheese. Emrys had provided them with a small feast. Then they win a crown too, Emrys announced. Arthur swallowed his mouthful. What about the sword in the stone? What about it? Hector asked quietly. He had been quiet since their return, his own wine still untouched. I thought only the one who freed the sword could be king.